Alright, today I'm going to be giving a PSA on oil spills. No one likes oil spills. No one likes too much oil in their soup. Let's get cooking. Alright, so 47% of oil is natural seeps. That's oil we're already adding in our soup, you know? Everyone likes a little bit of oil in their soup. But 53% comes from us humans. 72% comes from individuals like you and me. You know, we have car leaks, boat leaks, and we're adding oil. And then the rest, 28%, comes from extraction and transportation. Big oil, as I call them. Oil in there, oil breaks down naturally. So, you know, when the wind comes, the more volatile, light organic compounds, they're evaporated. There's some oil that forms tar balls and eventually sinks to the bottom. You know, no one wants tar balls in their soup. Here we're using M&Ms to simulate the tar ball. Also bacteria that absorb some oil. This is like the ingredients we're already going to add, you know. Our thyme here, that's gonna absorb up some of the oil. It's still a tasty soup. We still got thyme, we still got oil, we still got water and M&Ms. When we need to clean up an oil spill, we can use natural methods. We're gonna put a little more thyme in there. You know, it might be a little bit of a thymy soup, but thyme's natural. Thyme's good for the ocean. Just like these biological cleanup methods, pretty good. Maybe some oregano too, some different bacteria that are good at cleaning up the oil. There's 3 ways to clean up the oil. We just use some biological. There's also chemical. So this is chemicals like core exit. This is what was used a lot in the Deepwater Horizon cleanup. And these chemicals can be pretty bad for the environment and harm sea life. So this is like adding some balsamic vinegar, you know, something, and maybe some lime juice in there too. Something that's really gonna clean up the oil pretty good, but it's really kind of ruining the soup. Now we have a real nasty M&M and lime soup. Then there's also the classic mechanical method of cleaning up oil. That's where we go in with skimmers and vacuums and just scoop up some of that oil and get it out of there. And that's not too bad for the environment. Get the oil out of there. Now we come to the long-term negative effects of oil. Oil in our soup is bad for us, ruins the flavor of the soup. All this stuff we had to do to deal with it, all this oil in there, it's terrible. This is like seabirds getting oil in their feathers, the whole ecosystem getting messed up. And then there's other negative effects of oil in the ocean. It blocks the sunlight, so photosynthetic organisms can't get the light they need to thrive. And this is like our oil in there. Too much oil makes cooking the rest of our ingredients terrible. Can't cook our onions right. Another real harmful effect of oil is it's very negative on the plankton. And plankton are a vital part of the ocean ecosystem. So this is like the texture of our soup. Now we got a real oily, nasty soup. It's terrible. Oil contamination can last for years in the ecosystem. And this is like, if we're consuming this soup, we're getting this much oil in our body, we're gonna be unhealthy. Okay, let's take a sip of our soup here. That is some terrible soup. Just like the oceans will be if you keep spilling oil. Stop spilling oil and have some good soup.